This is perfect. We have a new target, a new match for the Buccaneers, for a position group that is a bit young, a bit in need of some depth. Jason Licht doing a great job drafting for us, but we have a specific position group that is really looking for some extra competition. I'm Sebastian with Bucs Digest. Welcome to the channel, guys, and join me in our road to 100 subscribers. Join us on this journey for the 2025 season. Training camp is just around the corner, and I can't wait to get things going. So be part of this group, be part of the first 100, and let's get us there and hit that subscribe button. But what are we talking about right now? Because training camp's on its way, and there has been a position on my mind that, and a lot of Bucs fans' minds, that has been a bit concerning, a bit worrying, specifically the secondary, because, we've done a great job overall. And I should say our guys, Jason Licht, Todd, the draft room, they don't really like to do a lot of free agents from other teams. They prefer to draft in-house and, develop guys. So, and they've done a great job. We've got some studs. Really, though, where we have struggled in the past and, going forward is still first drafting edge rushers, but also specifically the secondary. And we addressed the corner room in this year's draft in the second and third round. We got some good cornerbacks. But what's also concerning is that the safety room is a bit light, pun intended. It's shallow. It's not deep, and we're bringing in some young guys to help fill in these holes. Because Jordan Whitehead no longer with us, and so Todd Bowles recently had a quote about the safety room. He said, "You've got Christian Izzy, and then you've got Antoine Winfield, obviously. You've got Tyke Smith sitting there, and you've got Merriweather sitting there. Merriweather was an undrafted free agent pickup. So we've got a lot of guys. That's going to be one of the more heavily competitive spots once training camp starts." That's what Todd Bowles had to say about that. So where am I getting at with this? Why, if it's going to be one of the more competitive spots, let's bring in a veteran, a guy who's been there, who has gone against some of the best quarterbacks in the game today, and someone that we've had some recent experience with, especially last year. And I'm talking about none other than Justin Simmons, who is still currently a a free agent. And this is the guy that would fit perfectly with Todd Bowles' scheme. He is aggressive. He's a ball hawk. He goes for contact. He likes to get tackles. He likes to blitz off the line. He's gonna do what's asked. He's a team guy. He's not some diva. And it's interesting to me because at this point in his career, Justin is clearly looking for the big competition, like the big dogs. And I think he realized, with the Falcons, man, I'm not trying to be part of another rebuild. This isn't really where I want to be right now. And I guess the Falcons, they were mutually like, all right, we're not going to do this. So why not come, join the gang that's really trying to make a Super Bowl push right now, And so recently, Justin had a quote where he was talking about, in terms of where I am right now, I'm being a little bit more picky where we want to go and where we want to call home next. The next 2 years, a year, whatever it is. But a contender is number one on the list right now. So, this is big. We got Justin, making it very clear that his next destination is going to be with a team that is going to be competing. And we know, especially our offense, that's, they're going to be killers. They're going to be scoring points. Our defense is where most of us have a little bit of concerns. Todd Bowles, defensive guy, but especially the last few years, there's been some struggles there. A lot of shootout games, and the secondary has been kind of part of that. We thought Whitehead coming back after his little hiatus with the Jets would fill that second safety position. Didn't really work out for us last year. So we're kind of looking at something new now where it's like, let's get a real veteran, a guy who has had experience picking off the one and only Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he still is the current interception leader for Patrick Mahomes. No one has picked off Mahomes more than this guy. And if you have a guy's number, you would want it to be number 15 on the Chiefs. So that's really exciting. He had an interception against Mahomes again last year. Just because though we're not facing Mahomes this year doesn't mean that Simmons wouldn't thrive with this defense. He like I said, ball hawker. He looks for the ball. He has great instincts, and so it's just that the defense was struggling in Atlanta last year. That doesn't mean that Justin Simmons has fallen off. And so this is what I feel, and what a lot of Bucs fans feel, is that we want to go on defense and we want to feel like we have some confidence. But it's like every time we score, it's like we hold our breath now. Oh my God, I just don't want the Bucs to blow this lead, or I don't want the other team to answer immediately right after we just had a great drive. So this would be a great pickup. He'd be very cheap, and I think that overall this isn't something that would be like out of range for Jason Licht, and this front office staff. I think the competition, especially in training camp, would be great. I mean, we're looking at last year's stats. Like I said, kind of middling, but not like he wasn't bad by any means. He had some pass breakups, had 2 interceptions, one against Mahomes. One thing that's really sticks out to me: 16 games played, 16 starts, so only missed 1 game. He played a lot. He was healthy, and that's something that we have been struggling with quite a bit. Is that a lot of our secondary guys, a lot of our players really end up getting hurt, and we have to find some emergency backup or emergency situation that we have to put together. It's like a smorgasbord of athletes that we have to find in the middle of the season to create some sort of formidable secondary, or just a competent one at least. So Antoine deserves better. He's going to be looking to come back after his injuries last year, and hopefully try and make a repeat of his All-Pro season. But he can't do it all on his own. And Justin is the guy that will be a great partner for Antoine, where he has the experience. He's played against Justin Herbert. He's played against Patrick Mahomes very often. He played in some big games last year, so he knows what it takes to go up against these guys, and make some plays. And so, right now we're waiting for training camp to start, but I think this is a move, whether it's at the beginning or at the end around preseason, whenever it is available. Justin Simmons being a Buccaneer is a perfect match. It's a perfect situation for us, and now it's just a waiting game. When does it happen? Because I know that Jason Licht has him on his radar, and Todd Bowles is like, this guy would fit in. So it's just a matter of, does Justin agree, and can we make this work? So I'm really excited about the prospect of making our defense just a little bit more deep and a little bit more formidable. And so, anyways, I'm really excited about this upcoming training camp. I hope you guys are too. We'll be covering it here on the channel. Once again, just hit subscribe. I will be there for every news beat, every new thing that's going on with the Buccaneers, signings, cuts, all that good stuff. We got Shiloh Sanders. We got these new creamsicles coming in. We got some big names on the team. Some guys who are healing. Some guys who are on the PUP list. All these different things that are happening with the Bucs. Baker Mayfield, he's going to be going, dark horse MVP. All this good stuff. So stay with us. It's going to be awesome, and we're literally less than a week away. So it's going to be great. I can't wait to cover this team with everybody. And comment below, what are you most excited about with the Buccaneers this upcoming season? It can be offense, defense, anything. but specifically, what position group are you most excited for this upcoming season? So anyway, sound below, and we'll get that conversation going. And till next time, I will see you then. But go Bucs.